money saving tactic to keep your expenses low. But no, it would change it for me. I would, honestly, they would no longer be my celebrity crush. I would have been like, wow, this guy is a real loser. Sorry. I mean, you're rich and you can't even pay for my
It's not about the
$20
money.
meal.
It's about the principle. And honestly, like a woman who requires romance just really doesn't like you that much. And when I say romance, I mean like
romance is a very important
getting flowers, paying for the first date, doing these intricate
That's how you keep
things.
the love alive. That's how you keep it sparky and fun and new.
Is that what it requires for you?
I mean, I love receiving flowers. The fact that I know that you were out and about and thought of me to get me some flowers and bring them home to me,
I
that's
have a
great
question
thing.
for you, Kiko. Why do you support a patriarchal tradition?
I'm a very traditional woman in a lot of sense.
But isn't that supporting the patriarchy? Are we saying that the patriarchy is kind of based?
I do support
Doesn't
the patriarchy
exist, by the way,
in
but
some ways.
I don't
I've
agree
never
with you,
denied
Brian.
it.
Huh?
I don't agree.
That's fine.
I think that people, especially now with how high divorce rates and et cetera are, I think people forget that relationships that are a lifelong commitment take a lot of effort, and you need to do things throughout your life to continue to keep that spark alive and to wake up every day and continue to choose to love that person.
I mean, if all she's asking for you is to buy her some flowers every once in a while, she's not asking for a trip to Cabo or the Bahamas or something. I mean, it's not that crazy to expect some flowers every couple of
I don't know. I
months.
kind of prefer when the girl's more simping on me than I'm simping on her. But
That sounds like an insecurity issue.
it's not an insecurity. But why?
Because you need
this
to
is
feel...
It's an insecurity for me as a male to have it. But this is the standard that the vast majority of women want.
Because a lot of women are insecure. That's a problem.
Oh.
Yes, a lot of women are severely insecure. I've never said anything different.
Because women want men to pay on first dates, it makes them insecure.
No, because they want men to
believe
chase
that.
them. You were talking about how you want her to, you want the woman to simp off of you. Yes, the women who want to have a bunch of men chasing her and simping her all that attention are insecure. They feel they need the attention to remind them of who they are because they don't feel secure with themselves. So I would say
do you
yes
cook for
to
your
both
boyfriend?
sides. Huh?
Do you cook for your boyfriend?
I would cook. I say I cook
You guys live together, right?
Mm-hmm. I cook maybe 9. He cooked breakfast yesterday. I think actually he cooked breakfast.
Do you guys
last 2
split
days.
the rent?
Yeah, we do. We're both working. We're both new into our careers. We're young. I don't expect him at 24 years old to be paying for my livelihood.
Okay, so it's just the first date? It's just like this arbitrary thing from a holdover from days past where men would pay for first dates, but then you don't want him to pay for your rent. And
I don't expect, no, it's because
okay,
it's two different things. That's why I'm saying, like, to me, it's a part of the courting, showing your love, like showing how you are interested in me. And I don't.
I think it's a bigger impression if a woman pays for the first date. Like that, to me, that.
But like we also see in America, like a lot of our divorce rates come from the woman being the breadwinner and it not working out. So
Who
it's
said
like
she has to be the breadwinner?
If I have to pay for the first date, I would hope I'm making more money. It doesn't.
But I'm not arguing that the woman. I mean, it's gangster if she does, but I'm just saying I pay for my bill, she pays for hers. That seems to be the most equitable thing you can do.
What do you think about this? Would you feel emasculated if a woman paid for the bill?
I've had girls pay for bills before, and usually it's like to let me know how thoroughly they liked the date. This happened very rarely, but they've done it like just to be like, I'm gonna buy this, like, because I just wanted to let you know that like I had like a really, really, really great time and I don't want you to feel like you have to buy this for me.
Awesome.
Like it's great, it's extremely rare. The comment that I would say, and kind of combining what you're saying with what you stated earlier, in the modern dating world where dates happen way more frequently, you have to put yourself in the position of a man who is now going on way more dates. Okay? It's not like you stumble upon a girl who now you finally have an opportunity to maybe go on a date with. Now it's in your pocket, you could get a date this week, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after. And to Brian's point, you can be as selective as you want talking to these girls. It could be your dream girl on paper. You go on the date, you may think it went well. I'm going to pay because obviously there's going to be a second date. And then she ghosts. It doesn't work out.
Well-
Or you say something. So as a man in the modern dating world, where not only women can afford to now cover their own bills, it's one thing when in times past they couldn't afford to do so, so men would do it as a courtesy, part of the chivalry a concept earlier, right? But now you can afford to do it, and dates are happening more frequently, so men are less inclined to be willing to put money on the line, knowing that they're going to have to continue to put money on the line moving forward with more and more dates.
I see that, but even like she said, or you said, if people have paid for, the woman has paid for the date to show like how much that they liked it. Where I've seen the also flip side, where women will say, I will decide to pay for my share of the date to show them.
If I don't.
To show that like I'm not interested anymore, and to not make them pay. So that's why I could see it could be a fine line. And then what was the other thing you said? What was my other point? Totally lost my train of thought. What was one other thing you said? It's like gone. It's so gone.
Well, I'll just jump in here. Don't buy a girl dinner when she's gonna have some other dude for dessert. Oh my! Holy!
What?
Brandon Mel's donated $1,000. Oh my lord! How about we all just
How
pay
about you pay
each
for all of
other?
us?
How about we all just?
My other point was, it
Oh
becomes a
my
problem.
God! This guy Brandon Mel's is on
That's
fire.
It becomes a problem if a woman expects it to be this
Is that the
nice, fine
Wait,
dining
is that champagne?
event every time.
Is that the
What
champagne?
about a museum?
I think it's champagne.
It
Let's
could
get
be
the
free
champagne.
entry. It could be a walk in park.
All right.
That
I was
those
the
are
master of
acceptable.
the free first date.
Like I feel that's totally acceptable, and more women should
When
be okay
I
with
was
that.
the last time I was like truly
my
truly single,
God, this.
I was. You good?
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Big deal.
That was
Celebrate.
insane. Is that the highest you've ever gotten?
He's done that. He's dropped 1K before.
Oh, that's wild.
Giga Chad.
Jeez.
Giga Chad.
I have paid
Brandon
for far
Mills.
more second dates than I have first dates.
Here.
Because I was in a relationship entering the pandemic and then broke up kind of early in the pandemic. So I was single during the time where like America discovered walking as its favorite hobby again. So like
I love hot walk.
so I would literally just tell them like, hey, I'm gonna go walk my dog. Do you want to join me? They'd be like, yeah, sounds great.
That sounds like a great first
like
date.
that's like I had a walking trail when I moved back to Pennsylvania for a year, and that was a great place to be like, hey, just like meet me here, like let's go for a walk. It's a beautiful trail. And if that went well, I'd be like, hey, you want to get coffee this weekend? And then if that went well, hey, let's go out to dinner next week.
That's totally acceptable.
Like that is an escalation that I think a lot of men should be willing to do.
And
But again,
they're so slept on. They're too want to dive into it too quickly sometimes.
but that kind of supports Brian's point, right? Like it's not necessarily about the money. It's about like, why are you actually going out with him? Why are you actually meeting up with him? Are you meeting up with him because you're interested in going on a date with him?
Do not.
Yeah. Or for a free dinner.
Or are you doing it for a free drink at a free dinner?
Yeah.